the world-famous glass. And after showing me how it's made at one of the factories, sales manager Indrit's taking me to the shop next door to see some of the finished products. Oh my goodness me, look at this! Oh, I'm in chandelier heaven. Oh, wow! Look at this one! Gosh, I don't even touch anything. This is incredible. Wow.
Some of these chandeliers are even not for sale, are just like a museum.
I can see why. When Murano glass production was at its peak about 500 years ago, the super-rich Venetian merchants would come here to buy the next showstopper for their homes. Ooh, this one, I love that. Oh,
This one, you
yeah.
will see it also in another one, the technique that is called rettonico. Rettonico, well, in the past, the factories was owned by the aristocratic families. There was the family Rettonico, the family Destino, so they used to have also their own symbol.
Just fancy being that wealthy that you've got your own glass maker. I mean, that is wealth. It is exquisite. There's room after room of these amazing handcrafted pieces, and just when you think it can't get any more jaw-dropping. Oh, look at this!
This is our masterpiece.
It's incredible and so beautiful. I mean, beautiful doesn't do it justice, does it? It's exquisite and unique, I would think.
It's one of a kind.
After seeing close up how pieces like this are put together, thinking of those incredibly skilled craftsmen I met, who do it all by hand in searing temperatures, it all makes me a bit, well, it's just incredible to see talent so beautiful. So sorry. So sorry, it's quite overwhelming.
Thank you. This is what we love in our job.
Oh.
You, like people that they're lost in their emotions.
We're midway through this latest cruise, and after we've spent so much time on land, I'm looking forward to some time on the ship. We're sailing more than 300 miles south to our next stop, so there's plenty of opportunity to relax and take it easy. There's just something about being at sea that makes me feel so good. See if anybody else feels like me. Can I join you for a little bit? How long have you been on? Thursday. Is this a friend or a relative? Oh, lovely. But you enjoying it? Yeah. That's true, isn't it? I don't. I'm not bothered, are you? I always get a feel-good sensation, whatever boat I'm on. But this one stands out from the rest. I'm going to share something with you. This ship is extremely special to me. Due to the fact that it was the first cruise that my mum and I came on, and it was on this very, very ship.
Ooh.
And I wanted to come back and see and remember. She's got great memories, great memories. And it's funny because I wondered how I would feel, because it isn't long since I've lost my mum, and
Aww.
I thought, am I going to be really upset coming
Very
back home
upset,
and
Madonna.
reliving it all that I did with my mum? But actually it's not. It's filling me with joy of such a great time that we had. You know, we were quite wild. My mother was a bit of a wild one. And it was great fun. And just seeing and remembering her in this restaurant, on the captain's table, drinking fantastic drinks and enjoying life and watching her laugh. Got great memories of this lounge.
McDonald's?
Right, our journey from Venice is nearly done, and we're pulling into our next stop, Croatia's second largest city, Split. The port's right near the centre of the city, which is handy if you haven't got long to see the sights. Morning! The ship played on an excursion led by Harosh, or Harry to a tourist. I always find it best to use a local guide. There's no time wasted, they just take you straight to the most interesting spots.
Today we're going to focus mostly on the ancient Roman palace. We won't be exploring ruins, but intact structures which are fully inhabited.
The Roman Emperor Diocletian built the palace 1700 years ago. Incredible to think he would have entered it through this very gate. Oh, gosh. I didn't expect this, did you? When you hear palace, you do tend to think of one big fancy building, but this one's very different. Inside the original Roman walls is a 3-acre complex, and it contains more than 200 newer buildings, including churches, apartments, cafes, and businesses, all lining the major streets.
The Ivy is the biggest bell tower in Dalmatia, 66 meters or 200 feet, and it took us 200 years to build it, from the 13th to the 15th century.
In Roman times, the leaders allowed their people to take refuge in here from hostile forces. Today, the palace is still home to thousands. Not Romans or refugees, just very lucky locals.
This is where people live in the palace today. Even in wintertime, when there is no tourism, it's still a living place. And what I like about Split most of all is that locals are still in the old town. Sure, we have plenty of people visiting us today, but the locals are still here. The prices are still more than reasonable, and we like it here. It feels good being in the Roman palace.
And if you want proof that this really is a living, breathing palace, rather than some dusty ancient relic, take a look at this. Very Yorkshire. You know, there's something quite heartwarming to see somebody's washing out in a palace, because the commoners are allowed to live here. And I think that's brilliant. Get your doors open, get your washing out, you're very welcome. There's no entrance fee to the palace complex, but you do have to pay to go inside some buildings, like the Bell Tower and Cathedral. Mind you, you do get a free soundtrack.
Really amazing.
When I hear singing, I have to find the source. What a treat this is. This is busking Split style. Big, bold and brilliant. You'll find them here most days during the summer season. And the acoustics in this preserved Roman vestibule, that's the Emperor's waiting room, are just perfect for these glorious voices. You could spend hours here. Walk, eat, drink, stop for a chat with the odd centurion. And if you don't like crowds, I'd avoid the middle of the day. And if you come at night, don't worry about closing times because the gates are always open. I absolutely love this place because it's steeped in history. It reminds me a little bit of York, but with a lot more sunshine. But now it's time to split from sunny Split for the last leg of my journey. Coming up, marvellous Montenegro. We're going to visit that little island there because there's a story why this is there. It's a place where miracles are made. Oh, we do love a legend.
It's still time to enter to win
No, when did that be it? McDonald's?
getting off Right Chain to a dream destination. For a single entry, text cash to
We
65555.
will.
For 5 entries, text 5 to 65555. Contact customer care at channel5.com/win. Good luck.
Thank you. So yes, for a resident McDonald's.